Okay, I want to address something because I just dealt with it and I've seen these kind of comments for the last year. There was a post here on CBC and, numerous comments on it. And this is really disturbing because I've seen this kind of comment, not just this person, but I've seen this for the last year on various articles. This guy's saying, if you want to get rid of mosquitoes, set out a bucket of water in a shady corner, put plant material into it if possible, dump it out every 3 or 4 days and refill. Each time you dump it, you kill hundreds of mosquito larvae, preventing them from maturing and reproducing. Imagine if a dozen individuals on each block did this all summer long. Okay, so I tried to explain really simplistically that this is the worst thing you can do, that mosquito eggs even stick like glue to the sides of containers, and it's better that all these mosquitoes just leave the neighborhood and people's yards and go far, far away from homes. So, and other people chimed in, and he came back with they don't stick with anything, and if you don't put out water, they breed freely and grow into adult mosquitoes in your neighbor's yard. Stagnant water is the whole point. Entice them there and kill the larvae before they can become adults. Otherwise, they grow into adult mosquitoes in any bit of water elsewhere. And then he says, how can so many people get the concept as wrong as this? Well, I explained that Zika and Wolbachia and also West Nile virus are passed along via the eggs and via the larvae of mosquitoes, and that birds and other species and other organisms and insects and blood-sucking insects even will eat the larvae and the eggs that you dump on the ground. They don't just magically disappear. Wolbachia can survive in a dead host for at least a week, Zika for 5 days, and West Nile for several days. I don't know exactly how long, but for several days. Dried up mosquito eggs can hatch a whole year later with the addition of a teaspoon of water, depending on the species. So I warned them. Again, I even gave the CDC's reference that eggs are hardy, sticks to the walls of containers like glue, and can survive up to 8 months. Well, I've read even a year. So he comes back with total failure to grasp basic concept. So I asked him then, once you dump them on the ground, are you going to watch over them for a week, day and night, to ensure birds and other species do not consume them? And what do you think happens to mosquito eggs and larvae dumped on the ground? They die and evaporate immediately into the atmosphere? And I know it sounds facetious, but this is probably the most dangerous advice I've seen. And coupled with that, I've seen several videos now, how to kill mosquito larvae, that pretty well does the same thing. And the disturbing thing is this guy's got he's got close to 25,000 views and mostly likes. He published this in the summer of 2016. I said it's the worst possible thing you could do. And same kind of response, but there are people here that, there are some people that have figured out this isn't a good idea, but then there are others that think it is. And this guy just got back to me saying it's a brilliant idea, and I had said why it isn't, for the same reasons. He didn't dump anything, he exposed it to the sunlight. Well, drying them out doesn't kill them, so I explained that is he going to burn them then, or what about what the female does before laying those eggs? She takes a blood meal from somewhere nearby. And again, it's better that they don't even come near people or homes. So, I wanted to do this public service announcement just to let people know that this is absolutely the worst possible thing you can do. And just get the word out, if you will. And if you see anybody putting out standing water, saying they're dumping it every few days, you got to explain to them that this is just the worst possible thing. Before the female lays the eggs, she takes a blood meal. So just before they come to that bucket of water, they're going to bite you, your neighbor, the pregnant lady down the street, whatever. Bad idea. Thanks for listening.